2, 3. Got me? All right, here we go. Charger fans. We had some technical difficulties here. A lot has happened. I'm going to give you a quick recap. This is Justin doing the play-by-play. Sioux Falls Christian kicked off to Canton, and Canton ran back the opening kickoff for a touchdown. The extra point was good. Canton then kicked off to Sioux Falls Christian. Sioux Falls Christian drove down the field in a series of runs, and then a long pass to James Woodyard for a touchdown, and extra point was good. Now Canton just went 3 and out. They punted to Sioux Falls Christian, and Sioux Falls Christian takes over on Canton's 48-yard line. I'm joined here by the legendary Sioux Falls Christian coach, 2-time state champion, Jake. Jake, what have you seen so far tonight?
You know, it's been kind of fun to see.
You're excited.
I am very excited. It's been fun to see Sioux Falls Christian just kind of take advantage of the line of scrimmage. This is one of their biggest front lines they've had since probably the beginning of Sioux Falls Christian history football. And so they've really just gotten physical up front, and they've been able to move the ball and run the ball and then catch Canton off guard with the pass.
All right, we got Tate Snyder at quarterback. Shemchenko is the center. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Hand off to Johnny Skyberg running right. He'll gain about a nice solid 4 yards.
You know, Sioux Falls Christian's just kind of coming out in this base formation where they're going a lot of double tight. They have a wing, they have a fullback right in the backfield, and they're kind of going right to Johnny and then coming back with Tate on a quarterback keep.
Yeah, they had about 4 or 5 running plays there that first drive, and then they kind of hit James Woodyard going down the seam for that touchdown pass, didn't they?
Safety's been sneaking up because Sioux Falls Christians tried to run the football, and they caught Canton's safety off guard.
3rd and 6 here. Snyder keeps running to his left. He's got some breakaway speed here a little bit. There you go. Nice run by Tate Snyder. First down for the Chargers. Here's the replay you guys can watch. Ivan Voss, nobody better than the business, giving us these great replays tonight, Jake.
I would agree.
Well, yeah, great run there on 3rd and 7 about. Can just scamper for a first down. That's always good to see.
What I love about Coach Smith is he's trying to develop an identity right now. And, you know, it's 3rd and 7, and it's easy to get out of that identity, and he stuck with it. And, yeah, it just paid its dues.
So Chargers here get some fresh downs. 1st and 10 from the Canton 30-yard line. Skyberg running right again. Nice little cutback.
Johnny Skyberg
gain about 5 yards. Good tackle by number 11 from Canton there. I can pronounce his name.
Number 11, Kane Wallner.
Kane Wallner with the tackle. He's a sophomore. I believe he's the kid who ran the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Second and 4. Tate Snyder goes to pass. James Woodyard, good coverage there by number 11 again. Pass falls incomplete. Brings up, you can see the replay here. Very good coverage by the Canton Seahawks. It's Seahawks, right? Am I saying that right?
Up by Walter.
All right, Chargers, another 3rd down opportunity here. Hand off to Skyberg up the middle. He's brought down by number 44 for Canton.
Sioux Falls Christian changed things up there a little bit, and they went in more of the pistol look there rather than having Skyberg off to the side. He's typically about 2 to 3 yards left of the quarterback, and so kind of put him a little bit deeper in the backfield behind Tate.
So it brings up 4th down for the Chargers. Looks like they're going to go for it here. 4th and 5. What do you see here, Coach? Looks like Tate's going to roll to his right, looking to throw. Great coverage by Canton there, number 21.
4th down, pass.
Very good coverage.
For Van Dong.
21, Taten, 6-foot senior.
Broken up by Tate Nassim. Canton will take over on downs.
Well, turnover on downs. They couldn't quite capitalize on that good field position, Jake.
Yeah, you know, what they did get out of that, though, is they did just have some physicality up front, and you're going to continuously hear me say that as I've talked to Coach Smith. He really wants to identify himself as a running team this year, and so he did wear out the front line, and hopefully that just pays some dues later on in the game.
All right, looks like Chargers on defense. They got nose tackle Riley Zolmerman in there. James Woodward.
Yes, sir.
And 51, who's that, Jake?
51 is Jacob Congdon, sophomore.
Okay.
Second down and 10.
6'3", 190 pounds.
So those look like 3 guys with their hands down. Were they running like a 3-5 here, Jake, or what is it?
Yep. Well, Brett Keepers came back a year ago to coach the defense, and he was a big 3-5 guy, and so wanted to bring that back. But you'll see maybe a little bit of a combination of a 4-man front at times, okay. Changing in coverages. You'll see a cover 2, a cover 3, maybe even a cover 1 look tonight.
So you got Ross Sharda at linebacker. There's a Witty at linebacker. Trying to get these names here. I think Max Kari plays linebacker, doesn't he?
He's 30. The middle linebacker.
Yep, Max is the guy getting organized here. Handoff Canton running to the right. Kind of met by a host of Chargers. I'm not quite sure who led the charge there, Jake. 52, Ross Sharda maybe?
Yeah, it looked like it was Ross Sharda. Ross's older brother, Ryan, played for the Chargers a number of years ago. Was a
very good player.
All-state football player.
Third and 7.
It's like Sioux Falls Christian's kind of rotating that defensive line a little bit. Number 34 is in. Is that Horse? Yep. Tate Van Horsen. And number 55, who's that? Connor Swear. Here we go, 3rd and 7 for the Seahawks.
Like to go toss sweep here typically. Ooh, looks like movement up front.
False start looks like here. Who's that back in the secondary? Looks like it's a Van Dong back there.
The
Carter
yes.
Van Dong looks
Back
like he's playing some
yards.
DB. Who's number 3? Cole
Snyder.
So he's playing
sophomore.
Kind of safety. Now who's number 4?
Number 4 is
Burton Mulder's out there playing. And Johnny Skyberg's playing some safety as well, it looks like. Caven Ingham's in there at linebacker, trying to get some names set here. All right, sets up 3rd and 13. Canton sweep to the left. He's got some blockers out in front. Trying to turn the corner, and he does. Oh, good effort there. Is he going to get it? Depends what the mark is. No, they're calling
looks
him short.
like he didn't get it.
We'll see on the replay here. Great effort by the young man from Canton. He kind of falls forward, but it's where its knee hits there, isn't it, Jake?
Oh, yeah, and Coach Keepers has a history with Canton, and typically they will show that tight bunch look where they put 3 to one side, and they'll like to do the toss sweep to try to get the edge. Almost took advantage of them, but I know Coach Keepers was very well aware that play could be coming.
So they have run that many times before.
It's happened a lot in the history.
Okay. So back to punt for Canton, formation number 11. Kane Wallner, the sophomore quarterback. Back to receive. Oh, looks like we got a penalty. What's that going to be, Jake?
You know, I was looking down. Delay of game. Yep.
Delay of game called against the Seahawks.
They'll push Canton back another 5 yards here.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Like number 9, is that Van Otterloo? Caden? So.
Yep.
He's in there playing some linebacker.
And you'll see him rotating in and out and getting a lot of reps tonight. He had some experience last year as a sophomore.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's worked really hard in the weight room this summer, I know.
He looks good out there.
So we're going to do it again here. Canton back to punt. Who's back to receive? The ball get tipped there, Jake?
I don't think it got tipped. I just don't think it went very far.
All right, Canton will down it at their own 45-yard line. Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Will take over 1st and 10.
We got like what you've seen from the defense so far, Jake. I mean, other than obviously that kickoff return, I don't think they've gotten a first down yet.
No. We are playing very solid defense right now, and it's fun to see the guys rotating in and out. You can play a number of players on the defensive line and a number of guys coming in the linebacker position, and so keeping guys just fresh, ready to play. Coach Keeper's doing a great job of just making that rotation happen.
Oh, looks like there's a flag on the play.
Looks like Sioux Falls Christian came out in that offset tailback position, which I felt like deceived Canton because you can go run power strong or you can come back with a counter, and it causes the linebackers to freeze on their heels a little bit, where when he's coming out of that pistol look, it's easier to read from that linebacker position.
It almost looks like do they have like 3 tight ends out there, Jake, or just 2?
They have 2 tight ends, but that last guy's a wing.
Okay. So Chargers 1st and 15. They'll go Skyberg to the right. Oh, he's got quick feet through there, doesn't he?
Wow.
Nice choppy feet.
Nice.
Solid gain of about 10 yards, 12 yards. You'll see it on the replay here, Jake.
What I love about this is he hit that hole hard. He got 4 or 5 yards, and then he has an opportunity to make a
So here's
cut.
a question for you. Is that designed to be a cutback purposely, or does he just kind of read the hole and
He's
go?
going to read that kick-out block,
kick-out
and then
block.
get his head to the linebacker.
Okay. 2nd and 3 for the Chargers. They'll go Skyberg to the right. He's chopped down here for about a 1 yard gain. We got Galen Smith made a presence in the booth. I feel very safe right now.
Oh,
you agree, Jay?
very safe.
No one's going to mess with us now. So
Thank you for your attendance tonight, Mr. Smith.
that's right, helping out with security as always. Is anyone here more than Galen Smith, Jake? I don't know. It's pretty tough.
No,
He's here a lot.
the guy pretty much runs the school.
That's right. So here we go, another 3rd down here. Chargers, about 3rd and 1, we'll call it. Looks like they're going to get
sneak. They're going to do a QB sneak.
Oh, shucks. Penalty flag on the play.
It's going to probably be a false start there, I believe.
You'll see here if we got some movement up front.
False start called against the Chargers, 5-yard penalty.
So it's a great play. It's a great concept. The fear in that is you're probably changing your snap count. Now you're going under center, and to get everybody on the same page can throw things off a little bit.
Is that something like as you work on as the season can get better at kind of, or just kind of is what it is?
You know, it's something that you have to focus on every day in practice. You can't just put it in on a Thursday. And, yeah, I'm not sure how they set that up.
So 3rd and 6 now. Makes it a little bit more challenging 3rd down here. We'll see what kind of formation is that. They're doing the same thing, Jake?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Quarterback sneak again, trying to get some good push up front. Gain about 2 to 3 yards on the play, sets up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I think what Coach Smith is really trying to do is say, hey, we're big, we're strong, we're physical up front.
Brings up a 4th and 3.
Try to hang with us.
Let's talk about those linemen up front there, Jake. Number 56.
Yeah, so we got number 56 here, Tucker Koyman, senior.
Yep.
Had a brother who played Sioux Falls Christian, graduated a number of years ago, but Tucker's just a big, lengthy, physical specimen. He's a kid who's really developed the last couple years and got a significant amount of playing time last year.
Number 65.
Yeah,
Firth.
Mason Firth. He's been a kid in the making that we've been excited to see develop, and this has really been his shining moment this year, his first year as a starter, and he's really just grown in the weight room in the offseason.
Yeah, number 55, 61.
Yep, and we have 61 Riley Zomerman, and he's kind of been the anchor of the offense and the defensive line the last couple of years. He's again another weight room guy, one of the strongest kids on the team. A hard kid to move, a kid who could probably play at the next level if he continues to work at his game.
And then we got Shevchenko.
Yep, and he's a sophomore and just comes from a great pedigree. His dad played for the Sioux Falls Storm.
Big John.
Yep, and he's now coaching, and just a guy who probably has as much upside as anybody. He's just a big kid. Look forward to see where his future takes him.
Have you mentioned Connor yet?
Connor Swear came here from Tri-Valley a couple years ago. He's been a guy who we've been really excited to see. He got some playing time last year, played on the offensive and defensive line, and just a kid who's been steady and consistent.
So I think that's the starting O-line tonight, and obviously what a lot of people have been saying this year is a big strength of the Chargers is that O-line. We don't want to forget the 2 tight ends.
Yep.
Van Horsen, what do they call him? His older brother was called Horse.
Yep.
And the next one was called Pony. So what's this guy called?
You know what?
A zebra? They call him Zebra?
Donkey? I don't know.
Yeah. So they got James and they got Van Horsen on the ends then too.
And Van Horsen's the type of kid that goes in the weight room, benches 300 pounds, and
tough kid.
Just the strongest out of his brothers. So
they're not here to
if they're happening to listen
that,
tonight,
right?
so.
I don't know where that is. Is like Pony still in California? I don't know.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So if he's hearing tonight, shout out to Pony and Jake.
So we go 4th down here. I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry, people. That was the end of the first quarter. We kind of got talking about the O-line there. So it is the start of the second quarter. 4th down for the Chargers and 3 to go. Snyder will take the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff. Pressure. Able to keep his feet. It looks like the ball will fall incomplete, Jake.
Yeah, it looks like there's some people, a little bit frustrated about the hand being on. But the ball probably wasn't that catchable, and it looked very unintentional. But who knows? That's why they're getting paid the big bucks. You want to go a little further on that? And so maybe he had his hand on him. I think that's a good no call, fair no call.
So Chargers turn it over on downs again for the second time. Canton defense is stiffening here. So Canton will take over on their own, what do you call it, 38, Jake?
Yeah, 38.
1st and 10 for the Seahawks here.
Let's see if they can establish something.
Like their quarterback is number 12, hand off to number 7 up the gut. He's got some room, kind of running off tackle there. Great run by number 7. Picks up about 16 on the yard, 16 yards on the run. Big hole.
Yeah.
Some missed tackling there by the Chargers.
Looked like that was their first down of the night.
It was.
And so maybe they saw something in the Chargers defense.
Yeah. Jake's only been doing this for 10 minutes, and he's always getting harassed by text by former players saying they're not strong.
Ooh.
Which one was that, pony or horse?
That was pony.
There you go, pony. All right, Canton, if you get a little momentum here with a nice scamper on the right side, gain about 8 yards.
You know, I'd like to see that again. It looked like there was some movement in the backfield a little bit early. Maybe a good no call, but it looked like some of the backs got up and before that ball was snapped and could have maybe easily been a false start.
So a nice solid run there on 1st down for Canton. Picks up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3. The Seahawks getting a little momentum here on their first kind of positive series other than that kickoff return. I made a mistake. Number 11 is not the starting quarterback. Number 12 is for Canton. Josh Merkel.
Yep, and if you saw it again, number 44 moved his hips real quick and kind of jumped up, and so it looks like that's going to be a false start again.
Seahawks, 5-yard penalty.
So that's something if you're on the sidelines, you see that, then you're going to let that official know.
You're going to remind the official.
Hey, that's kind of what happened. He missed it the first time. Looks like he got it the second time.
Get in his ear. You know, and you want to do it respectfully, but you also want to let him know this is what I'm seeing, and hopefully he is going to communicate that with the white hat so everybody's on the same page.
All right, 2nd and 8 for the Seahawks. What do you call that formation?
Yeah, we call that a full house.
So he got some pressure. He's sacked. Looked like that was Cade got him. Number 42, Cade Van Egdem.
Yes, Cade Van Egdem. Younger brother of Keegan Van Egdem. Was a great running back at Sioux Falls Christian for a number of years.
So yeah, Seahawks were sitting about 2nd and 2. Now they're sitting about 3rd and 14 here. So good job by the Chargers defense to push them back.
You know, it was interesting because we had that 2nd and 2, and you saw a trips formation that we hadn't seen all night. And usually Rich Lund, and this is that formation. Rich Lundstrom tries to do something fancy. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Canton comes out in a spread out formation. They got 3 wide. A little quick pass to number 5. Can't quite hang on. Incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
See on the replay here.
It'll bring up 4th down.
Here's a question for you. Can they, when the ball's in the air, can those guys be blocking?
If that is happening behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage,
yeah.
okay. That's
yeah.
So Canton will be 4th and about 14. The Chargers send back 13's Witty, right?
Witty
He's number 3.
and is that
Mulder?
Let's see.
Number 3 is Cole Snyder.
We'll see how that kicking game gets going here.
Canton gets a good kickoff here. Witty will try to gather it.
Dropped by the Chargers, but
good thing Witty was able to hold on there, it looks like, though.
You know, it's interesting because Canton
ball.
typically has a pretty good kicking game, and we don't know where that's at yet because we're really early, but we've seen some solid kicks and we've seen some short kicks. They have the legendary Caden Verley who could kick from about 50 yards way back in the day, and so you're used to that. And so I'm curious just to see what they're going to show tonight.
Well, here we go, Charger fans. If you're just joining us, the score is 7-7. Been a very entertaining first few minutes, especially. Sioux Falls Christian, this has got to be their worst field position of the night. They'll take over on their own about 16-yard line. Looks like they'll back it up some more here.
Looks like they'll back it up. I want to see where that false start happened.
False start called against the Chargers.
Like Ivan's on his phone. He wasn't getting it.
He wasn't. Yeah.
It's hard to argue that one, Ivan. He's texting Angie. I know Angie's listening. Unless she's working. She working tonight? She's watching Ellie play volleyball. How they doing? All right, go get him, Ellie. Spike it hard. All right, Chargers 1st and 15. Johnny Skyberg off the right.
Skyberg on the
gains
carry.
a solid 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, they tried to change that up and put Van Dong in motion. I think
Seahawks.
usually when they do that, they're trying to set something else up. So Who knows if Van
Down
Don can be a back out of the backfield where they throw like a short pass to, but just trying to give a different look, same play. The unfortunate piece of that is you'll take the wing out of the play and he's another blocker. So it kind of maybe doesn't give you numbers on that side of the ball like you typically have.
All right, Chargers looking at about 2nd and 11. Van Don goes in motion again. Tate Snyder will keep it running to his left. Nice little kind of patience and go there a little bit. Picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Down by KLS.
And he's looking to get yards. He's looking to move forward there. And there's been a few times early on when he was looking to get outside. As you get upfield, we want yards. We need the yards. I am really curious to see where Coach Smith is going to go. We're 3rd and 6. Do you continue to try to establish the run, or do you change things up? They've had some success throwing the ball. What are they going to show here?
Yeah, you know, you got. I got to think like Carter Van Dong's about due for something here, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's an amazing athlete, the senior wide receiver. I like to see him just get the ball in his hands here. Tate is going back to pass. He'll fire across to James Woodward. Great catch. Number 11 falls down. James is still on his feet. He's got the 30-yard line all the way down to the 20-yard line. Great play, James.
Great catch by James Woodward. Way to be physical.
You can see the replay here, Jake.
1st and 10 for the Chargers.
So he lobs it up to the bigger receiver there, and the young sophomore couldn't hang on. Takes it downfield. And
gotta give some credit to the old line there too.
Yes.
I think Canton was blitzing, and Tate had just enough time to make that throw.
Yes.
So great 3rd down conversion by the Chargers. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And here goes Johnny Skyberg again off the right. Great tackle.
Great
Number
tackle,
7 by Canton. He's a big, strong kid.
What I appreciate, number 7 took him down and then he picked him up.
That's great.
That's classy.
2nd down and 8.
Junior McCracken, 6 foot 220. That's a big, strong linebacker. So Johnny gains about 2 on the play here. 2nd and 8 for the Chargers.
Different look here. Now Johnny's not in the backfield, so it's going to either be a QB keep type play.
Yep, Tate keeps it, goes to his left. Not a lot.
On the carry.
So Johnny was split out to the left there then, wasn't he?
Yep. So they want to run the ball with Tate. Tate is a very good athlete. Tate had a lot of success on the ground and in the air last year, and so let's take advantage of that as much as they can and just give a different look.
3rd and 7 for the Chargers.
You know, Canton has really, they lost a number of kids from a year ago. They had some good skills kids some good seniors that were in the skills position, and they're still staying very steady.
3rd and 7 here. Tate Snyder back to pass. Throws, so there he is, Carter Van Dong with the catch. It's going to be close to a 1st down. They're going to give it to him. Yes, they are.
Looks like they are.
1st down Chargers, 1st and goal. First and goal of the night. You'll see the replay here.
1st down and goal.
Great decision by Tate. Tate took what they gave him. He had some options on the backside, but he knows Carter is his guy, and he took advantage of what he was given there.
Yeah. Carter has great hands.
Yes.
So
Carter's a potential all-state type football player this year.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Tate Snyder will be in the shotgun here. He'll have Van Dong to his right, Johnny Skyberg to his left. Next, Kari's the fullback. Schinkel here is going to hike the ball. They'll go Johnny to the right again. Nice little burst. Kind of tripped there maybe a little.
Skyberg on the carry.
But he's moving forward. And if you can get 3 yards a pop, you're going to score a touchdown here.
See, it's a nice little lead block by Max Kari there on the replay. Max is kind of does all the dirty work up front there, doesn't he?
He doesn't touch the ball. He's kind of like a glorified lineman. He's a guard that's pulling one way or the other, setting up blocks, and those are the type of guys you want, guys who are unselfish and doing whatever
Max
helps
is one of those
the
guys that worked really hard in the weight room too and made himself into a really good football player.
Yes.
2nd and goal. Tate's going to keep here, running to his left. Nice little cutback. Following his blockers. Touchdown, Chargers.
All right. Touchdown, Sioux Falls Christian.
You see the replay here. Tate's he's very patient. Follows his blockers. He's got very good vision, I'd say.
Yep, and he knows where the goal line's at. He knows he needs to get across that, and so, he's not looking to break a play because he doesn't need it there.
It's like Chargers are going to try the extra point. How do you say Jacob's last name, Jake? Jacob Doctor?
Yep, Jacob Doctor.
Okay, the junior kicker,
yeah,
5'10", 160.
Been at Sioux Falls Christian for a number of years.
It's like Tate Snyder's the holder. Who's the long snapper, you know? Is it Lincoln Shimchenko again?
Might be Zomerman.
Zomerman maybe. Kick is up.
Oh, looks like Lincoln.
And it is good.
The point is good.
14-7 Chargers. Very exciting. Chargers 14, Canton 7. 6:38 to go in the second half, and we're going to step away for a little bit. Does that do both of them? All right, we're back here. Like I said, second quarter, Chargers just scored 14-7. Sioux Falls Christian is leading, kicking off to Canton. Nice kick. They'll do a fake handoff here, number 5 for Canton, running to his right. Matt Anderson. I believe that's it's a very good basketball player, I believe, that Matt Anderson for Canton. But Chargers, not after that first one, they say no more, so they'll stop him short of the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks at about the 19, 18-yard line.
What I appreciate about the head coach from Canton, Rich Lundstrom, he likes to set you up. He likes to throw you off and maybe mess with your head a little bit. You know, and so I don't know if 11 is their best return man. He returned that touchdown earlier, but, you know, you start to see there's that reverse in the playbook, and are they going to eventually go to number 11 on the reverse?
How many years has he been there, Jake?
You know, Lundstrom, it feels like he's been there for 20 years.
So quarterback is under center for Canton. They'll pitch to the left, trying to get that edge. Kevin Ingham turns him back in. And that's brought down by number 56 for the Chargers.
And that was that trips look that I talked to. You get that bunch trips where they try to get the edge, and Coach Keepers typically tries to get numbers. So what he will do oftentimes is he'll shift his line one man over. So now it's a new offensive line of scrimmage, and he will treat the right guard in that situation, or actually Canton's offensive left side guard as the new center.
Correction tackle is made by Paul Hookman, the sophomore linebacker.
Another sophomore.
So Canton, a nice solid gain on 1st down, 2nd and 4. They'll do a little play action here. Pass caught by number 11, trying to turn it up. Witty chases him down, knocks him out of bounds, but a solid gain for Seahawks. Be a 1st down.
They're adding a little bit more to their playbook, showing some play action.
It'll be enough for a 1st down for the Seahawks.
I would be careful if I'm Canton. I'm consistently seeing movement in the backfield, and they're not calling it. It's probably too close to call, and you just don't want that to, for Canton's sake, you don't want that to be a drive killer.
So 1st down for the Chargers. They're on their own 42-yard line. Quarterback hands off to the right, running hard. Number 7, breaking tackles, brought down by number 3 for the Chargers, Cole Snyder. You can see the replay here, Jake. Just a big burst by the big running back.
Well, you just look at that kid. He's big. He's hard to tackle. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds. Just a solid kid. Somebody that not many linebackers or defensive backs would want to go up against.
Oh yeah, especially I don't think he got touched till he got to the secondary there.
And he's just a junior.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him. And that number 11, he's only a sophomore.
Yes, they're young.
Ball in his hands. So Canton, another 1st down here with some momentum. They're in Charger territory. They'll hand off running left, number 36, and he's swallowed up by 54 there.
And I think that was actually Van Horsen that worked his way through there and made the initial contact.
Van Horsen.
Yep.
No gain on the play.
That defensive line is big and physical, and when you show a 3-man front, you typically are asking for your defensive line to get double teamed, and so you can let your linebackers play a little bit more free.
It's a good stop for the Charger defense on first down and no gain. 2nd and 10. Canton on the blitz here, a little running
That
to the
ball's
left.
out. Oh,
Ball pops out.
looked like the knee was down.
The referee's saying
on
he's
the
down.
tackle.
Ivan's got a replay here. Jake, what do you see?
So Van Eegden makes the initial play. He is the sealer. He keeps the running back inside, and then linebackers can come up and flow, but that looks like that knee hit the ground just before it popped out. It was a good call by the officials.
But still, only about a 1-yard gain on the play.
Yeah. You always get excited when you see that ball pop out, and you always think it's a fumble, even though it's not, and then you try to convince the official that it's a fumble.
Well, you think it's a fumble if you're on defense, but if you're offense, then it's not a fumble.
Yep,
right?
yep.
All right, 3rd and we'll call it 9 for Canton.
Twins eye look.
Quarterback goes back, a fake handoff, rolling to his right. Same play. Number 11 breaks 1 tackle, fighting for yards. Nice effort there. That number 11 again. What's his name, Jake? He's a good player.
Yeah, that's Kane Wallner.
Sophomore.
Yeah, and he worked that play long enough to stretch the field that I think he's going to give Canton an opportunity to go for it. It is a risky spot. You know, do you try to pin them back and keep it
3.5
within?
minutes left.
Yeah. But a first down here would be a game changer.
So here we go. A big play in the game. 4th and 3, we'll call it. Canton has that, looks like a full house backfield. They're going to fake. Pass to the right. Caught by, I think it's Anderson. Number 4 for the Chargers, trying to run him down. Cannot get him. Touchdown, Canton.
Yes.
Great play call.
Yeah, and they've had that in their playbook for a while. You see that tight end seal down, and then he sinks out and catches that pass and just takes it right at the sideline. You know, it's kind of a tight end delay screen pass, and they've had that before. Happened a little bit faster than I imagined, but there was pressure back in the backfield and got rid of it, and it was a great play.
And that backside tight end, he kind of blocks for a second or so, and then he releases.
Yes.
That's a tough play to defend.
And it looked like we gave pressure on that backside, and so he was free to play football. But that is another Rich Lundstrom type play. They just have so much creativity in their playbook, and when you're not ready, stuff like that pops out.
Number 2 is kicking for Canton. They'll try the extra point here. The kick is down. Looks like it might have been tipped or just
extra point is no good.
No good though. So put the score: Sioux Falls Christian 14 and Canton 13. Jake, what did you see there on that possession?
Yeah.
I'd say that was a lot more different play calling.
Yeah,
that series, would you say?
I think Rich starts to get into a rhythm and sees, okay, this is what they're giving me, this is what I want to take. You know, as you get into a second quarter, you start to see teams get a little bit more tired, and so is Sioux Falls Christian getting tired? Maybe, I don't know. But you started to see bigger plays because they hadn't had many first downs. I don't think any first downs leading up to this possession, and they kind of took the ball down the field and got really creative with what they were trying to do. When you throw out a lot of different formations, it gets very confusing for the defense, and then you have to start basing off tendencies. Well, Canton has not had any tendencies this year because they haven't played any football games, and so it's hard for a defense game one.
Yeah, it's a blank slate for both teams.
Yes.
You kind of go off some stuff maybe what you've seen in years past, but
yes,
got different players, some different schemes, I'm sure. So,
but the thing to think about right now is that missed extra point could end up being very crucial for this game. Yeah, it changed. I mean, going into halftime 14-14 is a lot different than going 14-13.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone always wants to talk about offense and defense, but those special teams are huge.
So, for the Chargers.
Here we go. We'll see if Chargers, they got 3:16 left. They haven't used a timeout yet, have they?
They have not used a timeout.
So they have all 3 timeouts. A great chance for the Chargers to try to put some points on the board before the half. Kicking off for Canton here, kind of a little bit of a, better get on that. It's caught by number 44 for the Chargers.
Yeah, number 44, Jack Vanderstel.
Here you go.
Another sophomore for the Chargers. So again, when we hear that the Chargers have a lot of seniors and they have a lot of guys that have returned from a year ago, you're still seeing a number of sophomores on the field. So that's exciting for the Chargers for next year and the following year as well. I know the seniors wouldn't want us talking about next year.
They don't care about that right now. So Chargers get a very good field position here, about their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Shimchenko will bring the boys to the line. Tate Snyder in the shotgun, Skyberg to his left. And they will run to his right. Johnny trying to find a lane here. Not much doing there.
Skyberg
Good
on the
pursuit by
carry.
Canton.
Yeah, we say not much, but we're still looking at 3 yards. And so,
Tackled by
you know,
Josh
you
Merkel.
continue to wear some young kids out up front.
Game
It's
of
going to
3,
pay
second
dividends
seven
at
for
some
the
point in
Chargers.
this
I'd
game.
say the first game of the year is when kids get the most tired.
Yes.
Would you
Well,
agree?
and it's hot out, and you have guys that are cramping. We don't know what the second half's going to look like because kids aren't used to this type of. Oh,
Looks like
timeout.
Canton calls timeout
Timeout
here.
is called by the
Well,
Seahawks.
they're trying to make a statement here too, aren't they?
That's an
A little
interesting
bit.
decision,
I
and
like that.
it's not necessarily a bad decision. Well, it's a bad decision if the Chargers drive the field, but if not, it's a great move.
I kind of like that though. You're telling your kids, hey,
We
let's
believe
get the
in
ball
you.
and score again. So
Yes,
I
yes,
guess,
yes.
unless Sioux Falls Christian scores, then maybe not.
Yeah.
But that's why the coaches get paid so well.
That's why the coaches get paid
it's a
so
big
well.
decision. So
You know, and what I love right now is Coach Smith said, okay, there's 3 minutes left. It's easy to get in your mindset. I don't know that we can take it down the field. He has a couple things in his playbook where he can throw the ball and open up the field. But when you commit to that with 3 minutes, you kind of start to get out of your rhythm, and it's easy to create turnovers, to have penalties, to have mistakes, and we don't want to see the Chargers get in that position right now.
tell you what, from what I've seen tonight, I just throw it to James Woodward.
James
Right?
Woodward.
I mean, I talked to his father last year, you know, and I think maybe he was kind of thought maybe as more of a blocking tight end, but boy, he's made
He
some
looks
great
good.
catches tonight, you know.
and
I mean,
if
give the
you-
boy a chance, and he's making some great plays for the Chargers.
And if you can get it to him in open field, he's hard to tackle.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid.
Yep.
Strong kid. So here we go after the timeout. Chargers looking at about, like you said, about 3 yards there. So 2nd and 7 for the Chargers. So I think Witty, Braden Witty's in the backfield now. He'll take the handoff running to his left.
Ooh, that
Looks like
ball's
there's a
out. That ball's out.
Witty on the carry.
Let's see what the call is here by the officials. Looks like they're pointing.
Fumble on the
Canton
play.
football.
Recovered
Turnover
by the
Chargers. That's a tough
Seahawks.
break.
Yeah, that is a tough break, and you know they go counter to the tailback there.
Replay here.
They have not shown this look. They've gone counter to the quarterback, so this is their first look, and
That's number 12. The quarterback ripped it out. for
gets his
Canton.
hands in and rips it out.
Merkel.
Merkel, and he's
That's
a
tough. I
returning
think-
starter.
Is that Witty's first run of the night?
Yes.
You know,
yep.
that's he's a sophomore, but he's a tough competitive kid. He'll shake it off and get back in there. He's out on defense right now. So Canton with a great opportunity here, 1st and 10 from the Chargers 38. Merkel under center. He'll hand to his right, the big boy, running strong, but a host of Chargers meet him at the line of
Cracking on
scrimmage.
the
Definitely.
carry.
And just to go back to that play, you know, you can credit
Brought
Rich
down by Zolman.
Lundstrom for calling that timeout because it
Yeah.
obviously worked to his
For the
advantage
Chargers.
there.
Worked really well
Gain
now.
of 1, 2nd and 9.
So about, call it 1 yard gain on the play.
1 yard gain.
Still plenty of time. They have 2 timeouts.
And the Chargers just have to shake that off and say, hey, we're not going to let you score. They've had solid defensive stands all night other than their last possession.
Merkel handing left. Number 7 again. Got a little bit of a seam, kind of
Crack
falls
of the
forward for a
carry.
solid 5 yard gain.
And I know I keep bringing this up, but I just want you to watch this closely. You're just seeing movement out of the
Tackled by Cade
fullbacks
Van
on
Ingham.
just about every other play.
3rd down and 5.
Where, again, it's close, but
For
it's
the
not
Seahawks.
too close.
Yeah, I think they've been called for it once tonight. haven't
Once.
they? Yep. So it looks like it's 3rd and 5 for Canton. Got about 1:40 left. Merkel is under center. Handoff again to number 7. He's met hard at the line of scrimmage by the Chargers. I think that's Zomerman might have grabbed him there at the line of scrimmage, number 61, the big nose
Cracking on the
tackle.
carry.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field.
Brought down by Swear.
Timeout, Sioux Falls Christian.
Timeout taken by Sioux Falls Christian.
So that's their first timeout used of the half. And it's 4th down and 4 for Canton. So we'll see what they do here. They're on about the 31-yard line. So we're going to step away here for a minute. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here. Big play in the game, 4th and 4 for Canton. Merkel's under center, and we have a timeout, Canton. So, you want to talk about something, or should we step away again? guess we'll step away. We'll come back here. All right, we're back here at this very exciting first half. 4th and 4 for the Seahawks. See what they do here. They got 2 guys spread out wide to the left. At number 11, he's made some big plays tonight. They're going to throw back to their left. Copy number 24 breaks away, and he's got some room in front of him. Dives for the end zone. Looks like he's going to be short at the 1-yard line.
Wow, that's a great play.
See the replay here?
Yeah, you see that, and again, they are expecting a quick hitting, pounding play, and then the quarterback drops back farther than normal. Just toss it right over the top. Has a lot of room to run.
Which Sioux Falls Christian player caught him there? You know,
I don't know who that was.
That's really good effort not to give up.
Yeah, it was great effort.
So give him some credit.
It shows character. It shows.
Johnny?
Not sure.
Anyway, 1st and goal for the Seahawks, and they go right up the middle. Touchdown, Canton. Well, we got a momentum shift here.
We have a definite momentum shift. I'm thinking they're going to go for 2 here. Seems like the right call. We'll see what Coach Lundstrom decides to do.
So, yeah, we're sitting Sioux Falls Christian 14, Canton 19. 1:10 to go. Sioux Falls Christian still has 2 timeouts left, so they could possibly do something here if Coach Smith decides to. And Canton's going to use their last timeout.
Timeout taken by the Seahawks.
Which is safe because they won't need that timeout.
But, just like in any sports, everything's a game of momentum. So
It's interesting. It seemed like about 5 minutes ago both teams had all their timeouts left, and now we're taking a break every 2 minutes.
But no, I mean, I know you guys missed the first 4 or 5 minutes, but just an extremely exciting first half. Canton ran back the opening kickoff, and Sioux Falls Christian drove down the field in 5 or 6 plays, scored a touchdown. It was 7-7 just like that after about 5 minutes, and it's just been back and forth. A great high school football game. It's so much fun to be back out here doing this.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I know the 9-man started last year, and the 9-man started last week, and now 11A, 11AA, AAA starts this weekend, and volleyball's going, cross country going, and it's a really exciting time of year.
Well, it's a beautiful night in South Dakota. You know, it feels like you have the first half of the year and you have the second half of the year, and right now we have what seems to be one of the best nights where it's not 80, 90-degree weather. It's a little bit cooler. You haven't seen the cramping happen that typically happens on the first night of the year. So yeah, it's just great and nice crowd here, and you have 2 local teams and really a competitive rivalry.
So it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Merkel's going to be under center. He'll fake the handoff, rolling to his right, fire. Wow, great catch, touch. 2-point conversion is good by number 11.
Yeah.
Again, he's a good football player.
Kane Wallner.
Kane.
And we're going to be watching him for the next couple of years. If he's just a sophomore and he's returned a touchdown, he's had a number of great catches. He's had some defensive plays. Where did this kid come from? I mean, I haven't heard of him, and obviously he was a freshman a year ago, but he is a difference maker for the Canton football team tonight.
Good. I know you can tell in the video, but seeing him here live, he does not look like a sophomore.
He does not.
He does not. So
yep,
he's going to be a handful for the next couple of years as well. But anyway, Chargers here. They got 1:10 to go. 21-14. Canton has regained the lead. Sioux Falls Christian was up 14-7. And now Canton has rallied off 14 unanswered points here.
Yeah, and just that 2-point conversion was a big deal. It
was, yeah. Yep.
Sioux Falls Christian now has to make their kick where they had the advantage prior to that because they were up a point. So obviously, but.
So we'll see here back deep for the Chargers is Cole Snyder, and Carter Van Dong. Looks like Witty is back there as well, kind of in the middle. So last time the kick did not go very far.
Little pooch kick.
A little bit, yep. It's going to go down a little more. Witty's going to bring this one back, kind of trying to find some blockers. Running to his right. He's going to find a little bit of a seam there. Nice little run back for the sophomore. Brings the ball to the 45-yard line.
Great return.
45-yard line.
Now we have some time.
So very good. We got about a minute, just a second over a minute here, and Chargers set them up here 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, I can only imagine that Witty, after that last fumble, said, I'm going to hold that ball tight, I'm going to squeeze it and get both hands on the football and just make them pay for ripping that out last time.
So here we go. Looks like the Chargers are going to spread things out a little bit more than normal here. They got Britton Mulder to the right, and they'll have Cole Snyder and Carter Van Dong to his left. Carter in the slot.
And now Kari's in the backfield,
Yep.
And he's been in the backfield, but next to the quarterback.
So Tate's going to run it, trying to find Kari to the left. He'll be knocked down about a 3-yard gain.
Snyder on the carry.
Clock is running.
Tackled by McCracken.
Sioux Falls Christian has 2 timeouts left here.
Curious to see what Coach Smith is going to do. What mentality does he want to create? Because this
7.
is how we can set up that second half. Are we going to say, hey, we're playing physical and we're just going to do what we do, or are we going to try to air it out and maybe try to get a big play? Your fear with that, though, is we may throw an interception. We may get sacked.
Tate's going to keep it on the ground again, running to his left. Got a nice hole. Looks like he'll be close to a first down.
Got the first down. Got to get guys up the
Canton
line.
has no more timeouts left.
Yep,
so.
yep.
I think they're going to give him the first down, so we'll have fresh change here. 1st and 10 for the Chargers on Canton's 45-yard line. 25 seconds left. Clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking.
They're going to hustle up to the line of scrimmage here.
Got to get set.
Pause for a second here.
With 10.
Tate Snyder in at quarterback. He's going to look to throw to his left. Caught by James Woodward.
Get out of bounds. Okay,
Can't quite get
timeout. He got 3 left.
Reception.
Seems like it's a little bit deep for field goal range, and so do you try to air it up to the end zone? Do you try to throw out a creative play that you've been practicing all week? You know that Canton is going to be in a prevent mode, so they're going to put guys probably close to the end zone, if not in the end zone. Sioux Falls Christian's just going to have a really big broken play or a lob-up pass or something that they've been practicing for weeks for a moment like this.
So, yeah, where were they sitting at the 39-yard line?
Yeah,
So
38-yard line. And
Tate's going to have to throw it 45 yards to get to the end zone.
Yep.
Can he do that? I don't even know. Can a high school kid throw it 50 yards?
There are some, but it's not the most common.
So, regarding a penalty here, this should be the last play of the half. Yeah, the wind's kind of, look at the flag there, Jake. The wind's kind of isn't blowing out of the, will be kind of blowing in the Chargers' face here a little bit. That might be a little challenging. Yeah, your fear is you don't want to throw an interception. You're going to have to run it back, too. So
I think if you're Coach Smith right now, just the way he's been doing it, I think he's probably going to put it in Tate's hands, maybe widen out the field and probably run it down. But who knows? We'll see.
Canton has about four guys about 25, 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's got Cole Snyder to his right. And Chargers are going to take a second in their final timeout here.
Looks like they're trying to set something up. I would not be surprised if they were going to throw the ball right now. I just said I thought they were going to run, but it looks like the receivers are trying to communicate something with the quarterback. So that just indicates to you that we might see something a little bit different.
All right, here we go. 3 seconds left. He's got Cole Snyder and Carter. He's going to throw it to Britton Mulder. Pass falls incomplete, and that's the end of the half. We'll step away here. Halftime score, Canton 21, Sioux Falls Christian 14. Jake, you want to add anything before we go?
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see what type of identity both teams come out with, and what do the coaches talk to their players about at halftime. You have a good 15-minute break right now. It's time to reestablish who you guys are, because both teams have given up some points. And so what are we going to do to eliminate that from happening?
Yeah, hey, first half was great action. Hope you guys come back for the second half. Thank you. All right, we're back here now. About just under 3 minutes to go. Looks like we got a Sioux Falls Christian past football player, Mitchie Nelson, just walked into the building. Good to see him back now. He's playing college football at Northwestern in Orange City. Looks like Sioux Falls Christian will get the second half kickoff, and they'll be headed the opposite direction this second half, obviously. So I just want to kind of bring Jake on here again and just kind of Coach Pettingale, coach football here obviously for a number of years, and just, like, what do you say to your team at halftime, Jake? Ebbs and flows of the games. You kind of started off on a low, had some highs, had some more lows. I mean, like, what do you for one, what do you tell your team at halftime, and like, what do you think they're gonna have to do the second half to win this game?
Yeah, I think the first thing is we're all right. Sioux Falls Christian has moved the ball more successfully than Canton has tonight. So if Sioux Falls Christian can continue doing that type of thing, they're going to be okay. And you can't let your kids think, okay, we're down, so it's over. It's a one touchdown game, and it was a few minutes left in the first half where the Chargers were up 14-13. So you have to convince your kids. The last few years, Sioux Falls Christian has been around a 500 team, and so they're building this confidence of how good are we, what level are we at, and Sioux Falls Christian has a lot of talent here, and so we're all right, and let's come out and do what we do. Sioux Falls Christian's going to take the ball right away, and so they can easily get a kickoff, get some yards, take the ball down the field, and it's a different ball game right away. And so just create this mentality in your kids that we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and we're going to be okay.
Sounds like very, very wise words there, Jake.
Thank you.
So we'll see. But we'll tell you this: it's been a very exciting first half. I think. Oh shucks, I shouldn't have said anything. I think Canton is rated top 5. I'm not sure what they were. You know what they were rated?
No, I haven't seen the rankings.
Those preseason ones probably don't mean too much.
Yeah.
But I know Canton was ranked, and I think Sioux Falls Christian got some votes possibly for the top 5. So it's kind of the first game of the year. There's a lot of unknowns, but I would say very entertaining first half. There's good football players on both teams tonight. This is a very high-level high school football game.
Yeah, and when you really truly don't know who these teams are. You don't know who spent time in the weight room in the off season, who transferred in, who quit the football team. You just don't know, and so it usually takes 3 or 4 weeks to start to figure out what kind of team you are. And so it looks like Coach Smith right now is really just bringing his boys in tight and telling them, okay, we're going to be okay. Let's take this. It is a new half. Let's score some points right now, and we're going to be okay.
Now here's a question for you I have. Does the South Dakota Activities Association set a certain date when you have to have your roster officially posted?
I just know the athletic director typically enforces that at the school, and so it took us a little bit. Some years it took me, a couple weeks to figure out who was actually playing because you get kids coming out late. But usually we had that by the week of the first game.
Okay, I was going to say, because at least you kind of have an idea who's on the roster.
Yes.
Some of the kids might not know who they are.
Yes. We always had that available to us as we were creating scouting reports.
Okay. So you would guess that they make you have it down there before the first game.
I think that's the hope. I don't know if there's much of a penalty. Yeah.
So here we go. Canton's going to kick off here to the Chargers. They'll have Cole Snyder back deep and Carter Van Dong again.
I want to give a huge shout out to Brooke Begeman. Brooke Begeman got to spend some time with you last year doing some of these games, and so
great.
He was one of the voices of the Charger football program and spent some time in the junior high football program. So just give him a huge shout out as he now teaches in Watertown. Yeah,
I hope he's listening up there in Clark County or Brown County, wherever they call it. But we actually have a seat up here open for him, so he's not. If he comes back, he can join us.
Always welcome back. It's like a flag. I wonder if that was a clip or some sort of hold. Looks like Canton's clapping on their sideline, so they must have seen the same thing that the officials saw.
I just got a couple texts from some fans
wanting
me to ask Jake where his daughter got his speed from. And I don't even need to ask Jake. I can just tell you guys right now, it's all his mother.
It is all
her mother.
Yes. It's not my. Yes.
I don't even need to ask Jake that question.
Thank you for that nice shout out. But yes, nothing from me, all from my wife.
That's right.
Who I will give a shout out to my wife as it is her birthday
There you
today.
go. So we got fans all over the place, even in Denver, Colorado. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Here you go, get the ball in the hands of Carter Van Dong. Makes a few guys miss. Cuts back to his
Van
right.
Dong on the reception.
There's a flag on the play, though.
There's a
I didn't
flag on
see
the
what
play.
that flag was,
See if you can see
but
the replay here, Jake. Block in the back. I bet.
oh yeah, block in the back. That's going to take him back. And again, those are the type of things when you take the ball outside of
Block
that
in the
tackle
back, ball
box.
against the
It's
Chargers.
high risk for penalty, and so when you can keep things inside, it just eliminates the visibility for the official. And so you have a chance for a big play, but you also have a chance for something negative to happen as well.
Be a 10-yard penalty against the Chargers.
So a 10-yard penalty will push the Chargers back here. 1st and 20 from their own 16-yard line, 17-yard line. Snyder here in the shotgun of Cole and Van Dong to his left. He'll keep it running right.
Ball came out.
There's a fumble on the play.
Snyder, the ball carrier. There's a fumble on the play.
You'll see the replay here, Jake,
Recovered
if
by
it
Sioux
shoots
Falls
out
Christian.
somewhere.
Looks like Semchenko jumped on that.
Yeah, you see the ball bouncing backwards there.
Way to be aware. Love how those linemen were trying to work upfield and so able to be around the football. Just puts you in an unfortunate situation where, Coach Smith may have to decide right now,
Second
are
down
we
and
going to
17.
throw the ball?
So it'll be about 2nd and 17 for the Chargers. He had a nice little run there, just kind of
Yeah,
when the ball got loose.
it's a great lane.
Snyder will keep again, running to his right. Has a little lane there. You can't make a guy
Snyder, the
miss.
ball carrier.
Well, and on 1st and 10, that would be a great play because you're getting 4, but now it's 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 10 or whatever it is, and it's an unfortunate situation. So, is there going to be some trickery here? Are you going to throw the ball? Are you going to try to get the ball in Woodward's hands? Yeah, hopefully Coach Smith has something drawn up.
Chargers here, 3rd and 11. It's like Johnny Skyberg is spread out. No one in the backfield other than Kari. A little screen pass to
Kari.
Max. He can follow some blockers. They'll be chopped down by a couple defenders for Canton.
Yep, and there's number 11, number 36 on the play again.
Brought down by Cale Ass.
So a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Will be 4th and 9.
That'll be 4th down and
Chargers
9 for
will-
the Chargers.
Sure sent the punting unit out. Have we punted
Back
yet,
deep.
Jake?
We have not
I
punted.
think we have. It's the
the-
first punt of the night. Who's that going to be punting in there? Is that the same?
Yeah,
as
that
the
looks like it's
kicker?
Jacob Doctor. So Jacob Doctor, who does a lot of the other kicking for the Chargers. Be interested to see what this looks like.
Zinchenko
Oh,
hikes it
over the
back.
head
Goes
of
through his
Doctor.
hands. He'll pick it up.
He gets tackled.
So you'll see on the replay here.
Doctor
I'm
brought
not
down
quite
at
sure
the
what happened. If it went over his head, it didn't look like it was too crazy
It wasn't
high.
too high. Probably not where he was quite ready for it and then he
5-yard
tries
line.
to elude the tackle and take
It'll
it
be
down on the
1st and
3-yard
10.
line.
Like we said, it was their
From the
first punt of
5.
the night, which means it was their very first punt of the season.
Always,
so yeah,
it's always a little scary when you get in that situation. Punts can make or break a game for you, and obviously that was a situation where it broke them.
so sets Canton up in great field position. They'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
They're in that full house look again. False start.
There's a flag on the play. False start. Canton will push them
False
back 5
start
yards
called
here.
against the Seahawks. 5-yard penalty.
And if you're looking for help, that's exactly what you got there.
Yeah, that's got to be. If you're a defense, you're like, here we go now, guys. We got to hold them out of this end zone, kind of keep this game only a 1-score game. So now we'll be 1st and goal from the 10 instead of the 5. They're
Right.
going with that full house backfield again. Merkel under center. He'll hand running to his left, number 21. Fighting for more yardage. Wow, great hard run. For 21, I think, Jake.
Yeah, that was Tatum Ashheim. He's a senior. Look, I don't know if he's touched the ball much tonight, but when he touched the ball right there, he looked really good.
Yeah, he was wrapped up about the 5 or 6 yard line, and he carried some defenders another 3 or 4 yards. So Great first down run. Gain of, we'll call it 8.
Yes.
He's second and goal from the 2. Same formation, looks like, Jake. Merkel's going to be under center.
Movement again. We're seeing this movement on the line of scrimmage.
So, yeah,
False start called
Canton's kind
against
of
the Seahawks.
hurting themselves here a little bit. So we'll push them back another
5-yard
5
penalty.
yards. Be second and goal from the 7. So
Well,
they're going back and forth, Jake.
Yeah, well, the thing is about Canton, you know, they're known as a physical, aggressive football program. They have wrestlers, typically finish in the top of the state. Those are the type of kids you have running the football, and those are the type of kids you want running the football.
We'll see if the Chargers defense can make a stand here. It's like the same play, running to the left. Number 21 again. He's wrapped up by a host of defenders. I think who was there first?
Ball carrier.
Is that Kari or was it
Cole, I think.
Cole?
Snyder.
Okay.
Brought down by Cole Snyder.
So he still gains up about 3 yards on the play. It'll
Third down
be
and goal.
third and goal from the 3. Here we go.
This is really a big possession. A touchdown would be huge here because if you put Canton in a field goal position, their kicking game so far has been questionable, and so if Canton can put this into a 2-possession football game, that would give them a nice little cushion. Full house look again.
Here the Charger fans are making some noise. They're going to keep it right up the gut. Looks like he kind of got hit up front, but he kind of slipped off to the left.
I tell you what, if I'm Coach Smith there, though, you got to be set for a second. And it did not look like Canton had been set long enough. Now, I may be wrong on that. Maybe. Close.
That's number 44. That's Bo Williams with the touchdown. So 27-14. Have the extra point here by Canton, it looks like. Snap is good. Kick is no good.
Extra point is
So
wide.
keeps it a 13-point lead. Sioux Falls Christian 14, Canton 27. What do you got for us, Jake?
Yeah, the question I want to think about is, and again, maybe this doesn't matter at this moment, but you know, you've had 2 missed kicks from Canton. What do you come back and do next time? Are the odds in your favor to kick the ball, or do you want to go for 2-point conversion? You know, I always think if you're roughly kicking about 60%, you're making 6 out of 10. If you get 3 out of 10 from a 2-point conversion, that's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, I see, Coach Keeper's down there really trying to, rally on his troops there on the defensive side, kind of trying to kill them to keep their heads up a little bit. But yeah, Sioux Falls Christian, they got to have something positive here this series, Jake. So it's something going to try to change the momentum of this game.
There's still 7:57 left in the third quarter, so you have a lot of time. You can't get cute, you can't get fancy. Again, you have to develop your identity. That's a great return by Witty. Seems like ever since early mistake in the game, he has just come out with a vengeance and ready to play physical football. And just a great start. That's exactly what the Chargers needed to put them in a great position to get some points back right now.
I like to see kind of some of those freshmen stuff on the sideline get a little more excited after that play. I mean, this game is far from over. The Chargers have so much time, and they have some very explosive weapons on offense. So, but a great run back by Witty, getting the ball on Canton's side of the field. It's like Snyder will just push the ball ahead here on a QB sneak. I think he'll gain about 3-4 yards on the play.
You take what the defense gives you.
Snyder on the carry.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a nose guard to have 260-plus pound guys just driving you into the ground.
Second down and 7.
So yeah, we'll call it 3 here. It's like Johnny Skybird split out again. Quarterback keeper again, Jake.
Quarterback keeper.
Tate's going to pause for a second, run to his right, and he's swallowed up in the backfield by number 24.
You know, when they had a good look, the hope is, if I can see an instant replay on that, is to seal down on that number, I believe 24 there. They seal him down, then they have a chance for big play, but they were unable to seal that down.
Yeah, if he could have got by that guy, he could have ran for a while. It looks like. Lost about 3 yards on the play, pushes them back to 3rd and 10 on Canton's 46-yard line.
You know, and that was Avery Hurting, just a big 220-pound kid, and he really took the Chargers out of position right there.
So here we go, 3rd and 10. Tate's going to keep it again, running to his left. He breaks the initial line, kind of falls forward. It's going to be very close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, and again, they're saying, Chargers, we want you to beat us with a run, and the Chargers are taking that. And, you know, Coach Smith hasn't always coached this way in the past, and I like that he's showing his kids that he believes in what they can do up front.
So I would call this a big play in the game, would you not? 4th and 1.
Yep.
On Canton's about 39-yard line here. So big play for the Charger offense. They want to stay on the field here.
Yes.
Johnny Skyber's going out again. Got to be Tate Snyder with the keeper, I would guess.
I would guess.
So Tate does keep it, running to his left. Very patient.
They got what they needed.
Kind of finds a little gap there, and he'll gain a first down for the Chargers.
Be enough for
great call, Jared Smith. Great call.
Tackle for the Seahawks.
So yeah, they're really putting this game into Tate's hands and that big old lineman up front, aren't they?
Yep. I'm curious to know how many carries that Tate has had tonight.
Yeah, he's had a lot.
You know, at first they were feeding Johnny Skyberg, and I think they feel like if they can get Johnny out of the picture, it now takes somebody out of the box.
Yeah, they're going to do it again here.
Yep. And they're seeing that gap. They just haven't been able to hit it the way they've wanted to.
Tate will keep it again, running to his right, following his blockers. A great lane and a great first down run by Tate Snyder.
Why not? Keep doing it.
Yeah, what you see on the replay, you can't quite see it though. They're sending Johnny Skyberg, our main running back,
Yep.
split out far to the left, and he's bringing that extra defender then out of the box. That's
yes.
What you're saying, Jim?
Yep. And it's working.
I wonder, do they have some type of play then they could run off that, or not really if the running back's not in the back?
Not really, but when you're saying we are bigger, we are physical than you, we are going to beat you up front, like that's what the Chargers are trying to tell the Canton Seahawks right now.
So Tate's in the backfield again by himself, and he'll keep it. Running to his right, a huge hole. I mean, goodness gracious, great blocking up front by the old line. I mean, there wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him there, Jake.
Yes, and what Tate is doing is he's allowing the defense to just set up these blocks here, or the offense to set up these blocks, and then he's just finding a hole, and he is so close about 3 or 4 times to breaking a big one, and my guess is he's going to continue to wear these guys out, and it's going to happen here pretty quick.
Yeah, that's just great blocking up front. Great blocking up front.
And really the Chargers are just using that clock, and that can be scary to some people, but we still have a whole another 12 minutes after this to play. So still 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
We're going to go, here we go, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Tate will keep this time running to his left. And he'll be tackled on the loss on a play of about 4 yards. We're going to run through some scores here for you in 11A football. Lennox is leading Chamberlain 30-0 at halftime. Del Rapids is beating number 1 Madison right now 20-7 with 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Looks like they have Del's ranked 4, Madison ranked 1. Dakota Valley is beating Vermilion 7-3 at halftime. Belfouche is beating Douglas 14-8 just before half. Beersford is beating Millbank 21-6 at half. And those are all the scores we have for you in 11A football right now. So Chargers lose 3 yards on the play, about 2nd and 13. Snyder's going to pass here, looking to his right. Looks like a ball kind of got a little higher, intercepted by number 15 for Canton. He's running it back. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the Canton 41-yard line.
Intercepted by Derek Keeson.
We'll see the replay here, Jake. What happens here?
Yeah,
you
know, as he's going, he's thinking his receiver is going to be able to just keep falling, and receiver gets hit pretty inadvertently, but it does look like it could have been a pass interference penalty.
He was running to that spot, and then he kind of got knocked off.
Yes, and then that safety's there to play catch.
Sitting right there, yep. So unfortunate break for the Chargers, but a huge play for the Canton defense. The Chargers were very We're driving into Canton territory there, so it'll be Canton 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Merkel's under center, full house backfield again. They've been very consistent with that this second half. Running to his right, great tackle by number 55 for the Chargers.
Yep, and I love how number 55 there, Connor Swear is trying to keep the Chargers motivated. He makes the play single-handedly, and he gets up and he's excited. The Chargers have to stay excited right now. They can't get down or discouraged. Even though it feels like this is a time where you would be, they have to step it up.
That's all about like who's going to make a play here, right? Who's going to change the momentum?
Yep.
So that's a great play by the linebacker. About a gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9. They'll keep going with that kind of same backfield.
Looks like
running
a holding.
to his left. He'll be chopped down at about only a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. There is a flag on the play.
The ball carrier.
You see there, Jake, holding?
Looks like there's a holding. And again, you know, if the Chargers can do what they need to do defensively, which they have, they're going to get the ball back, but you know, then you've lost 3 or 4 minutes here. Now we're 2nd and 9. It's going to go back to probably, you know, I think I'd take that. But now you're what, 2nd and 19, 2nd and 20. When Canton has been in this situation, either on a 2nd or a 3rd down, you see these tight end screens, you see these running back screens, and they've been big plays. That's what Canton's known to do. They have trick plays that consistently work. And so I'll be curious to see what Rich Lundstrom has up his sleeve.
So about 2nd and 20 to go. It's a little counter reverse play. What is that?
Yeah.
This little gainer about 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was a counter. It was a counter. You get everybody thinking we're going to the left in the backfield and then come back to the right. And you hope that your defense stays home, which he was there and just struggled to make the tackle on that one. And you get a little bit of a gain. Again, now it's 3rd and 10. But you know, now we're starting to see kids on the ground. We're seeing kids laying down. And my guess is it's a cramp. Just this early in the year, you don't know, but.
All right, we're going to step away here for a few minutes. All right, we're back here, 3rd and 10 for Canton. Chargers have to get a stop here, get the ball back to their offense. Merkel's going to throw this time, throwing to his right. It's caught by Anderson. A missed tackle. Looks like he'll have enough for a 1st down, Jake.
Yeah, Chargers were in great position in 2nd and 20 and just chipped away and took what the Chargers gave them.
That's enough for a 1st down for the Seahawks.
It just seems like if there's a big play to be made this second half, Canton's making them. You know?
Yeah. And if you looked at yards from the line of scrimmage, the Chargers would be winning that battle right now. And we don't have that in front of us currently, but Chargers have moved the ball well. But you just see some different opportunities that haven't gone their way. And, yeah, that's why the score right now is 27-14.
So now Canton enters Sioux Falls Christian territory at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Merkel in their center here, kind of taking his time, bleeding that clock. Man in motion. That's got to be a false start. Yep, that's what the call is. False start on Canton.
Call against the
We'll push it back 5 yards.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
I think that's the 3rd false start this half for Canton. And it hasn't hurt them yet. They've gotten their 1st downs or their touchdowns, but again, that could be a drive killer. It's always nice to start out 1st and 10 rather than 1st and 15.
All right, come on, Chargers. We got to make a play here. Get the ball back in your offensive hands. 1st and 15 now. We're going to do like a little fake handoff and then go right up the middle. and it's shut down by the Chargers defense and no gain.
Yeah, we always called that like a double dive. Canton has run that play for years. That's kind of been their bread and butter. You know, back when Verley was there, they would either give it to the fullback or they fake it to the fullback and give it to the next guy. Well, that fullback now leads up the hole and he becomes a lead blocker, and now you have somebody else coming to hit you in the mouth. Not fun for a linebacker. Really a great, clever play.
Yep. Chargers stopped it, though. That was a good stop. 2nd and 15 here now. The Canton's going to spread some guys out to the top of your screen there. Keep it on the ground, running hard. Number 7 again for the Seahawks. Great game tackling there by the Chargers here. Another no gain, maybe yard to play, Jake.
Yeah, and 7, we haven't seen him lately. He's had some big runs early on, and you know, just don't know if he's been tired or what. But yeah, when he gets the ball, big things typically happen, and the Chargers really met him. So I'm curious. He's number 7 and number 77 on the roster. I'm wondering if there's times where they put him at the offensive line or whatnot, and or is he switching jerseys throughout this game? Yeah.
So here we go. The clock just ticks under a minute here now. 50 seconds to go. Canton's taking their time. Like they're going to spread things out here. Just going to be a run, though, I bet you. 3rd and 15 for Canton. Merkel under center. He's bleeding that clock down a little. Quick pass to the right. But he almost picked it off. That was a great play. I think that was Cole Snyder, wasn't it?
Yes, and that was, again, one of those plays. As you watch this here,
you know, great.
Yeah, he read that. He came up. He picks that off. He goes to the house, and so it's one of those things that it could be a big-time play, but it also could be a big-time play going the other way.
So, yeah, the defense does their job here, Jake. They force Canton to 4th down here. Looks like the clock might run out here before they have to kick it, though. Yeah,
and the unfortunate thing is, you know, the Chargers are going to be in the same position as far as having the ball back down 27-14, but they don't have those 30 to 40 yards that they once had, and now we've lost 4 minutes on the clock. And so now you're going to start to feel that clock working against you unless you have big play opportunities here. Chargers haven't had many big plays. They've had a couple early on, but when they're trying to run the football, if they're not able to have big plays, it could look different here in the 4th quarter.
So we're going to step away for a second. The end of the 3rd quarter, Canton 21, Sioux Falls Christian 14. All right, we're back here. Start of the 4th quarter. 4th and 15 for Canton. They're going to set up in a punt formation here. Back deep for the Chargers. Looks like Carter Van Dong and Witty. Or is that Cole Snyder? I can't tell.
That looks like
Cole.
I'm guessing it's Cole.
The punt's away. The guys are going to let it bounce.
That's tough. That's tough.
And it'll be down at about the 5-yard line. So a great special teams play for Canton, Jake.
I think he touched it at the 10. So.
Okay.
It's a pretty interesting rule that not many people know about. So once that Canton player touches it, if that Canton player touches it, Sioux Falls Christian can pick it up at any point. And let's say Sioux Falls Christian picks it up, runs it to the 40, and they fumble the football, and Canton recovers it. Sioux Falls Christian still gets the ball back.
That's right.
Not many people know that. I always try to teach our kids that rule. If anybody touches it,
it's fair game.
Yeah.
Yep, go get it. So Chargers will start on their own 10-yard line. The start of the 4th quarter here. Chargers down 13 points. Tate Snyder's going to keep it on the ground again, running to his right. Got a nice little lane, nice little gainer on 1st down, Jake.
I want you to watch that. So you see that there's a true nose, that is playing right over the center, and then the first guy that is next to him is essentially outside of the tight end or the slot back. And so they're saying run, 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 run through this gap. And the Chargers saying, okay, we'll take this, we'll take this, we'll take this. I think Rich Lundstrom saying, you know what, we're going to let you try to beat us with a run. Now we're starting to see some of this cramping set in. Who is that cramping right now?
I don't know, it looks like Jake Vanderstyle came in for him. Maybe,
is that Johnny?
It's too tall for Johnny, isn't it?
Again, this is that cramping first night game. This is a coach's worst nightmare in these type of situations.
Well, is now when we give a shout out to the great Josh Clausen.
You know what? This is the time. Right? You know, Josh Clausen has been at Sioux Falls Christian for, I want to say, probably a good 10 years.
He's probably coming up on 10. He's got to be close.
Yes, because I think my first year at Sioux Falls Christian, I had a different trainer, and then he came that next year. And Josh has just been a great asset to Sioux Falls Christian. He takes great care of our kids. He has great connections in the Sioux Falls Christian community, and we are just so grateful to have him.
That's right.
If you didn't get enough greats in there.
So yeah, he's out there working on the player, which we're not quite sure who it is yet.
I'm not sure.
Ivan Voss is asking, has anyone set any records for Sioux Falls Christian today? Coach
I don't know if there's any rushing records that have happened tonight.
They definitely rushed.
I'm not aware.
The Kari? I'm sorry, I'm going to stop speculating right now. I think I've guessed
it is
about
Max
5 different
Kari.
guys. But
it is Max
Kari. Yeah, so it's Sioux Falls Christian's fullback and middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Looks like he's walking pretty gingerly there with that.
He is.
I'm guessing it's a cramp.
It's a cramp. It's a cramp. You know, Josh went down there and started to stretch him out. He's going to continue to stretch him out. He's going to hydrate him and hope to get him back in the game. But the thing is, every time he pushes off, he is really straining that calf. I think it's his calf, and it's likely to come back.
So yeah, needless to say, after that play, a great first down play for the Chargers. They pick up about 15 yards on the play. Tate Snyder's going to keep it again, running to his right, going to follow his blockers, being very patient, dives forward.
Snyder on the
He'll
carry.
gain about
Ball forward.
6-7 yards in the play.
Gain of 5.
Kari's standing there, so I'm just curious to see when he's going to get back in the ball
I
game.
mean, what do? You just tell him to drink water? That's about all you can do, right?
You
right
stretch
now?
him, and you
Stretch
stretch
drink
him.
water, yeah.
Yep.
Pickle juice.
Yeah. Yep, and the more sodium you can get in your body.
Second and 4 for the Chargers. They got.
They're going to run to the right.
Split to the left.
Oh.
Tate's going to kind of run to his left here a little bit. Looks like he's going to be dropped in the
Snyder on the
backfield
carry.
for a loss.
I called that wrong.
Brought down by Cale Ass.
I can't remember when's the
Loss
last
of a
time
couple
Johnny
on
ran.
that play.
Of course, they're doing
I
this
don't
spread
know
out.
if Johnny's touched the ball
For
in
the
his half.
Chargers.
Looks like there's another injury on the play here.
And looks like we might have a cramp. His teammates are stretching him out. And there goes the wonderful Josh Clausen. And great thing Josh has not come down with a cramp yet.
So, no, this is a great high school atmosphere tonight. A lot of fans here. Both Canton brought a great group of fans over here, and Sioux Falls Christian's got a lot of fans. And it's just kind of fun to be back in this high school sports environment. I know we had volleyball kick their season off this week, didn't they, Jake?
Yeah.
They had a game, and soccer's been going for a while. Golf's been going for a while. The golf program at Sioux Falls Christian is led by a great coach. So he tells me anyway. And we had cross country today. Was that their first meet, Jake, today, was it?
First meet of the year
First
today.
meet for cross country. And I know they had a lot of success down at Beersford today.
It's always fun just to get in that fall mode where you just start to the air is still somewhat warm, and you can be outside and not have to bundle up and compete in different events and whatnot.
I'm trying to think, did I miss anything? Is anything else going on this fall? Golf, soccer, volleyball?
think we
cross country.
obviously we got our cheerleaders, and so
Cheerleaders.
tied a. I did not realize that was our
Seahawks
player
Christian
that
player.
went down.
Johnny Skyberg.
Johnny Skyberg. These are the games when you cramp that you hope to squeak out, because as your body gets conditioned to this temperature, to this just challenges of going through difficult situations, you cramp, and then you get better as the season goes along and as the air gets cooler.
So that was a loss on the play. Chargers looking at about 3rd and 8 here. Snyder back to pass this time. Will fire it across the middle. Can't quite hang on to it. I think that was
The Snyder.
Yep,
that was Snyder to Snyder.
Falls incomplete.
That's a combination that we could see many times throughout this year.
4th and 8
So we'll
for
see
the
the
Chargers.
replay here. Cole was kind of running the drag route. Oh, we're not
Yeah.
going to see the replay, I guess. So I guess they're going to punt here, Jake.
You know what? That's a great question.
I
It
don't know.
looks like they're going for it,
They're going
though.
to go for it. Is that Prinz in the game?
It looks like
Is
yes.
that Lincoln Prinz?
Yeah, that is Lincoln Prinz, sophomore.
Canton's going to call a timeout. They're not sure what's going on either.
They're
it
not
looks like.
sure.
So
Timeout
You know what?
taken
And,
by the
and
Seahawks.
watching Lincoln out there, you look like you
quick
see.
kick? Can he kick it?
He
Quick kick?
definitely, and maybe that's what they're trying to do here.
Because Canton, they didn't have anybody back there.
No, and you can take advantage of a couple, 10, 20 more yards with that quick kick. But watching Mr. Prinz out there, you see Lincoln. It looks like his older brother Sawyer, who was a great quarterback for Sioux Falls Christian for a number of years, who went on to play at Dort, and just a great, outstanding citizen.
Sawyer or Easton? Which one are you talking about?
Well, they're both pretty
Both outstanding
special.
citizens,
I'm
right?
just saying he looks like his brother back at quarterback. It brought back memories. I'm like, these guys look a little bit similar here.
Kinda got
Easton
that-
was a great man as well. Is a great man, playing football at Dort as well.
So Sawyer was your quarterback?
Yeah, Sawyer
was the
started as a
quarterback?
sophomore, junior, and senior. Remember his senior year, threw for 16 touchdowns and had a lot of success.
All right, so that is, pretty sure that's Lincoln Prinz in
is.
there at quarterback. He's going to spread it out. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. He's just going to catch and kick. It's going right down the middle. Hopefully it'll take a Sioux Falls Christian bounce, and it does. And Canton will then take over at the Chargers' 46-yard line. And we're going to step away here for about a minute.
Canton will take.
And we are back.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for Canton. We're going
Ooh.
to pass it on 1st down. Great play by the Charger defense. Brought down by Britton Mulder for the tackle there.
Yeah, and that was just one of those situations where
No gain on the play.
it's a safe play. You're throwing the football, but it's something that
Brought down
seems
by Britton
unlikely.
Mulder.
And Coach Lundstrom says, you know what, we're gonna make them think we're running the football. It's 10 minutes left in the game. Let's run the clock out, and then he airs it out. But it's really a 3-yard pass, and the clock continues to run.
We got an update from a Lennox superfan. Lennox football is now leading Chamberlain 38-0. Their quarterback Porter Ian has 4 touchdown passes tonight.
That's impressive.
Canton's going to keep it on the ground this time, running to their left. Great play by, is that Caden?
Yeah, it looked
That's
like
number 9.
Yep. Great play.
That was a great play by the kid.
He'll ask on the carry.
I think he's out there now for Kari, I bet, isn't
Yeah,
he? Nice
yeah,
Kari,
yeah.
So
On the tackle.
filling in well there for the Charger defense. Hey, great first 2 plays
3rd
for
down and
Chargers.
10.
Canton's going to be looking at 3rd and 10 right here, Jake.
Yeah, and my guess is they continue to run the football, but you might see a little tight end screen. You just don't know. Chargers on their heels.
I like to hear those fans yelling, though. The Sioux Falls Christian student section making some noise down there. 3rd and 10 for Canton. Merkel rolling to his right. Looking, get some pressure.
Pick.
Kicked off by the Chargers.
Taken by Witty.
Running
That is
back,
it.
is that Witty? 20-yard line,
That is
10-yard
exactly.
line. There are no flags on the play.
Oh,
Touchdown,
touchdown
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Witty, and he goes in.
Great play by the young sophomore.
Exactly, and that is exactly what Canton didn't want to happen. Anything else, a quarterback sack, an incomplete pass, but went right into the arms of Witty, and that turns the game around right now.
Wow. Great play. Great play. You can see it again here on replay. The Merkel was just buying time. Finally gets forced and lets it go, and Braden Witty, just jumps the route and off to the races. How about that play?
And really, he's responsible for the flats. And when we say the flats, he essentially has the sideline. And typically as outside linebackers, we don't get there. He got there, and he just sat and watched and read it and just read it like a book and took it up the sideline.
That's great speed down the sideline.
Great speed.
I tell you what, Zach and Jaden, they're not going to catch him now, are they? I tell you what. Hope you guys are listening too tonight.
He might be the fastest Witty brother.
He might be. Extra point here. Looks like bummer. Extra point. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I know Tate never really got it down, and so the extra point is no good. So that's a big old special teams play there, what you were talking about earlier, Jake.
Definitely. And that's kind of been just the key to this game. You know, we had a kickoff return. We've had some missed kicks. We've had some a punt that went over the top of somebody's head. You know, so we just had a lot of different special teams errors, and those are things that you see early on in the season because you just don't have enough time to work on those things in practice. And again, nothing wrong with what we're allowed, but the state gives you this amount of time that you are allowed to practice from the start of the year. And as a coach, you want to get your offense together. You want to get your defense together because you feel like those are the most crucial parts of the game. But if you can get your special teams down, your team is going to be in a much better spot.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the biggest thing tonight has been turnovers. And, Canton had about 2 or 3 turnovers there, and now Sioux Falls Christian had to make a play, and Witty sure rose to the occasion there.
Definitely. And the big question right now is, I don't think we acknowledged this early on, but Carter Van Dong, I believe, is cramping up or had something go on earlier. So now you have 3 of the senior backfield football players who have been out. Who's going to be able to come back? Where are they going to play them? Are they going to be one-way players right now? That could be a difference in the game.
Wow. Jake, that was a huge play.
That was a huge play.
So 9 minutes to go, 9:02. Sioux Falls Christian's kicking off. Canton still leads 27-20. So kickoff here is caught by Anderson. They will do a handoff. And at the left sideline, nice ganger. Number 11 again. He'll carry the ball out to about the 40-yard line.
You know, and you see, this is probably one of the deepest, maybe the most deep Sioux Falls Christian team that we've ever seen as far as numbers. And so you have a guy like Kari go out. You have Van Dong go out. You have Skyberg go out. And then you answer, and you get an interception for a touchdown. I mean, it just shows that you have versatility. You have guys who can play different positions, and that's fun to see from a Charger program.
So, Kari is still out. I see Caden's back in there at linebacker. Canton has the ball. They'll hand off, running to their left, and he's met by the line of scrimmage by number 51. Who was that,
Yes,
Jake?
that was number 51, Jacob Congdon, another sophomore. I think we've talked about 4 or 5 sophomores tonight. Hey, if you're Canton, would you consider throwing the ball anymore right now?
I don't know. I'm not the professional. You are. I don't know. I can't make that call.
Okay.
I mean, I would say they ran quite a few good little play action passes. I wouldn't be surprised. The Chargers defense, they're excited now. They're going to be flowing very hard. Do a little play action, kind of that play they did on that touchdown earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, clock is ticking. We're at 8, about 15 here. Chargers do have all 3 timeouts left, I believe. Second and call it 10, Jake?
Yeah, and they have 7 in the backfield. I'm predicting ISO right here.
So they're going to have a penalty on the play. Yep, false start Canton again.
That's their 4th false start of the half.
False start called against the Seahawks. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Second down and 15.
And that's the beginning of the year type stuff. You know, I've always been a firm believer if you can keep your snap count similar, you're going to minimize your mistakes. And so when you're saying we're going on 1st or we're going on 3rd, or it really, just throws the rhythm off.
They're going to keep on the ground. Big number 7 running hard to his left, breaking tackles, and he's brought down here by Looks like Caden Van Igdam and Tate Snyder.
That's the norm that we've seen from him in most situations. He just bruises.
Yeah, you don't want him to get in that secondary.
No. I wouldn't be a fan of a 220-pound kid running at me.
Full speed. So a nice gain there. I'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. So we'll call it about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd down. Huge play here as the clock ticks down this 4th quarter.
We're getting to that situation where each play might be the biggest play of the game.
So Merkel's going to stay under center. He's been there all night. He's going to hand it off to number 7 running, and he's met hard by a host of Chargers. I think that was Zomerman was there first.
Wow.
Great play by the senior.
That was a huge play.
So he takes his blocker on, chucks it.
Wow.
Great play by the senior.
And Coach Keepers has nothing but great things to say about Riley Zomerman. Just the way he finished the year last year and the way he demands double teams. And you just saw him there. He grabbed his guy, he chucked him, and then he made a play. That's big-time football.
That was a great replay there. Nice job, Ivan. So we're looking at about 4th and 6. Canton is going to show up in a punt formation here. I'm going to be careful here. Watch the ball. You don't want to get a offsides. The kick is away. It's like Witty. Oh, looks like one player must have called it for him.
Well, yeah, and Snyder fair caught it, put his hand up to fair catch it, but Witty ended up catching it, and so the play was dead at that point. And even that punt situation, you almost see situations where you're borderline almost roughing the punter, and then you're seeing movement on the line. Every mistake matters right now.
Yeah, I like how the momentum's kind of shifted here tonight. And I just want to thank all the fans for watching tonight, especially a young man by the name of Sutton. He's out there cheering on the Chargers tonight, I'm sure. So thanks for watching, Sutton. Hope you take care of your new little puppy tonight too. So Chargers take over. Is that Lincoln Prinz in the backfield, Jake?
That's Lincoln Prinz in the backfield.
So we have our sophomore quarterback. He's going to keep the ball running to his right, following his blockers. And he'll be tackled by a host of
Lincoln Prinz, the ball carrier.
Canton defenders. What's getting about 1 there, 2 maybe?
Yeah, do we see? Did Snyder get hurt?
Gain of 3.
He's cramping up out there. He's down there on the sideline.
Is he?
You know, I want to just comment. Canton has been a classy program, and we've seen nothing but class out of them tonight.
So, yep, that is the sophomore quarterback, Lincoln Prinz now. Tate Snyder is out of the game. Lincoln's going to keep running to his left, kind of following his blockers, kind of like what Tate does.
Yeah.
You know, pick up a hard-fought 3 yards there.
Yeah, and I think I'd suggest here, let's just keep doing this right now. You got 6 minutes left. You're getting what you need. The fear here is you get in desperation mode and you have a young quarterback and just you want to be cautious to put him in position to not be successful.
So still, I mean, the Chargers have plenty of time with those 3 timeouts and just under 6 minutes to go here. Yeah, I see Tate. He does have his helmet kind of on there on the sideline. Must be cramp issue, you think?
Yeah.
But we'll see what the young sophomore can do here. He's kind of thrown into a pretty tough predicament. He's a tough kid.
Coach.
Prince is going to run to the right.
Good job. Keep
fighting
doing your
hard,
thing. Keep moving.
hard for yards. He'll gain about 3 on the play.
Yeah, he's in a good spot. They're getting what they need. You know, we always used to tell our kids you need 2.5 yards of play. You get 2.5 yards of play, you're going to get first down, and that's what they're doing right now. Now is the time where you separate the men from the boys. Who's going to get physical? Who's going to go after it? And let's get the first down here.
So here we go. Looks like Chargers are going to go for it. 4th and what do you want to call it? 4th and a yard, maybe 4th and a yard and a half. So yep, they're going to split out Witty, the running back, to the left. You got to think Prince is going to keep it, and he does. He's going to run hard to his left back cut, fighting hard for yardage.
Wow, and he got it. And
he's hit hard.
Ooh, maybe. That's going to be close. Depends on who you look at.
You're going to give it to him. First down, Chargers. Not even going to measure.
Hey, and that was a...
Oh, I thought they pointed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're going to bring the sticks out. I thought I saw the referee point. Maybe he can.
Not necessarily careful, but he can talk him into it and see what happens there. This is going to be close.
Oh, he's got it. Right.
First down, Chargers.
First down, Sioux Falls Christian.
And that was a run. You know, you have a sophomore who hasn't been in this situation before, and he answered the call. He saw a lane, and he took it and did big things. That's a big playmaker right there.
I would say Lincoln Prinz, I've coached him for a couple of years now. He's got some moxie to him.
Yes, he does.
So if you're going to throw a sophomore into this environment, he's the kid that can handle it. First down, Chargers. 1st and 10. Prince is going to roll to his left, looking to throw. He'll fire for Van Horsen. In and out of his hands.
Yeah, and that was one where Van Horsen was open pretty early. But again, you got to make your decisions here, and you're going to see probably more opportunity for Prince to roll out to his left. He is a left-handed quarterback, and so you might see a little bit of a different look out of the Chargers offense. Really, the good thing about that is the clock stopped. The Chargers do have 4:45. They have plenty of time. They have 3 timeouts left.
So 2nd and 7 here for Prinz. So he's got Witty to his left. Looking to his left, he'll fire for Van Dong. Looks like the ball hit the ground, incomplete.
Pass ball's incomplete. Intended for Van Dong.
Well, now we're sitting at 3rd and 10, Jake.
Bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah. Curious to see what coach is drawn up.
Yeah, Sioux Falls Christian, they have their starting quarterback out. Their starting running back's out. Their starting fullback is out.
Yes.
Looks like Cole Snyder's out, one of their starting wide receivers. So a lot of kind of backup kids are playing a big role here down the stretch.
Yeah.
So Prinz will have Van Dong and Witty to his left. Van Horsen's the tight end to the right. Prinz looking to pass left. He'll fire it to Van Dong, and he'll just be met in the backfield, tackle for a loss. It's not going to stop the clock now either.
Not going to stop the clock, and that's a tough pass. And you can feel that pressure on Prinz, because if he overthrows him, that's a lateral, and that could be an a fumble, and so it's just a tough pass. But if you can get Van Dong in a lane, you can have a lot of success.
Timeout taken, Sioux Falls Christian.
Timeout taken by the Chargers. We're going to step away here for a little bit. All right, we're back here, 4th and 16 for the Chargers. Prinz is going to do a quick kick. It's going to go up in the air, and we'll take a Sioux Falls Christian bounce, kind of, so it will be in Canton territory.
Ball goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. The Seahawks will take over, 1st and 10.
Chargers still have time.
All right, so kind of put things out for you here. There's 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. Chargers have 2 timeouts. Canton is leading 27-20, and they have the ball on their own 48-yard line. Guessing we're going to see a lot of number 7 here maybe. He's not in the game though, but Merkel will be under center here. He'll hand off to number 36, running to his right, kind of finds a gap. Nice first down run. Looks like about a gain of 10 yards on the play.
We haven't seen that formation much tonight out of Canton. It's typical double wing formation. You know, the thing that you want to think about if you're Canton right now is let's get the ball in the hands of the guy who you trust the most. We don't need a fumble. We just need to continue to run the football, run the clock. Let's not create a turnover.
So, yeah, that was the first down. So, a 10-yard run by Canton. That clock starts ticking under 4 minutes now. Merkel, he's a senior quarterback. He's a smart guy. He's going to take his time, wait for that, what do you call that guy, the referee, umpire, what do you call him?
Start counting down.
Start counting down for him. So he's going to bleed that clock as long as he can. Yep, the referee kind of starts to count.
False start.
Boy, that's got to be number 5 of the night.
That's 5 of the half.
Yeah.
What's interesting, yeah. I think they're talking to say, did Sioux Falls Christian force him into that?
Okay.
Because he took a step and the guy came up, but
yeah, they are kind of huddling there and talking,
yeah.
aren't they?
If you look like you're going to run into the guy.
And they flinch.
Yeah. Because they're talking a lot longer. And I'll tell you what, whoever they call us in favor of, the other team's going to be pretty frustrated right now.
So
wow.
What does that sign mean?
Yeah.
You know what that means?
I don't know if that. It's essentially like an offsides penalty. It's going to be 5 yards, I believe.
So we'll see here when they step it off. It's like the Coach Smith's getting an exclamation there, so. Looks like it will be kind of offsides on Sioux Falls Christian. Oh no, what in the world is going on here?
Would they?
It's a 15-yard penalty?
Wow. I've never had that happen. But, wow.
I don't know what to say because I don't know what's going on here.
No, that's probably considered a personal foul.
Personal foul for trying to
Yep.
fake
You tried to intimidate and, yep. Sorry, I never had that happen.
All right, so I guess it's a 15-yard penalty on Sioux Falls Christian. Sets Canton up here. 1st and 10 from the Chargers. We're going to call it 26, 27-yard line. Another flag on the play. It's like a false start on Canton.
False start.
The last call was tough.
5-yard penalty.
You know, Canton has been moving a lot up front, and so that last call was tough because it's like that's happened now 5 or 6 times this half, and so to give the Chargers a 15-yard penalty when they're trying to time the ball just really put them in a tough position.
You're not getting any text from people that know what that call was, are you?
No. And I'm the one that should know, I guess, huh?
First, yeah, we think we have experts up here. But 1st and 15 for Canton. They're going to run to their left. That's a nice tackle by the Chargers.
Yeah.
Is that Horse? That was Van Horse.
Carry. Brought down by Van Horsen.
Gaining of about 4 yards on the play. He's 2nd and
2nd down and 12.
11, 12 about.
It's just hard right now because the Chargers have timeouts, but do you want to use those timeouts? When do you use them?
You got to figure, too, I'm sure Canton's going to go for it on 4th down here, too.
Yep.
So, of course, I think the clock stops on turnover and downs.
Yep.
So 2nd and 12. Chargers have got to get a stop this series. Canton's going to keep it on the ground, running hard up the middle. Got a gap, still fighting for extra yardage. They'll gain about 8 on the play.
That was number 21. Tatum Sheem.
The Chargers are going to take a timeout here.
Timeout called by Sioux Falls.
Want to add anything?
Yeah, no. What I was going to say there was, they just have 4 or 5 running backs, and what's great about the way they run their offense is each person gets a chance to touch the ball pretty similar amount of times, and so you set yourself up for if a guy goes down at some point in the year, it's next man up.
So I guess here's the situation. Sioux Falls Christian just called timeout. I think they have 1 timeout left. There's just under 2 minutes to go. Canton has the ball 3rd and 4 on the Chargers' about 22-yard line. So basically, you got 2 plays to get 5 yards, and Chargers have to stop them, Jake.
Yeah, and they had their timeouts there. And, you know, some people might say, why did you use your timeout? They needed to use their timeout. But if Canton gets a first down, that's essentially the ball game. Yeah, we still hear the student section down there getting after it.
Yep, cheerleaders are doing a good job getting the crowd engaged.
We got Swear on the sideline who's trying to keep guys going, and this is still a very winnable ball game for the Chargers. But Canton does remain in possession of. They control the game right now. They get a first down, it's over, unless something crazy happens.
So here's the play, 3rd and 4. They're going to sweep to the left, trying to get that edge.
One-on-one tackle.
21. Wow, great hard-nosed run. Brought down by, who was that?
This is going to be an interesting situation here.
A really, really close spot to a first down. Number 58.
Does it look short? Yeah, it's definitely.
Brought down by Paul Hookman.
They're going to have a timeout on the field. They're going to come measure it, looks like.
Looks like there's a measurement. It's hard to tell from that angle. It's all the way across the field. You know, but both coaches right now got to be thinking, okay, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm Coach Keepers, let's set ourselves up. Let's get our mindset if it truly is 4th and 1. Look. That looks tough.
Boy, that's close.
4th down, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely short, but he's not short by much. So here we go, 4th and inches, Jake. 4th
and inches. Wow. So these are the situations where, you know, sometimes coaches get cute and they try to go on first sound, or they try to go on first touch, and you get false starts. Don't be surprised if we see somebody leave early, somebody move. Chargers have to get down right now and be ready, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Timeout taken by the Chargers.
Timeout. So we'll step away here for a minute. Now we're on. All right, here's the game, Jake. 4th and inches.
Get down, get ready. He's going under center here. He looks like
quarterback keeper.
Looks like he got it, but I don't know.
I tell you what, he didn't get much, but he didn't need much.
No,
you know
exactly.
He didn't get much, but he didn't need much.
And he took forward steps.
Yep, he just kind of fell forward there.
Yep.
I want to be optimistic, Jake, but I'm not sure about this one.
I think that could be it right there.
Yep.
First down, Seahawks.
First down, Seahawks.
So really, it looks like Canton can use the clock in their favor.
Sioux Falls Christian is out of timeouts.
Yep.
How much time do you burn? About 45 seconds, 50 seconds of play?
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on how. This is the moment where you're in practice the week before, where you're saying, okay, we get in these situations. You go down, you take your time, you give the ball to the ref slowly, and you just really set yourself up to buy as much time, milk as much time off the clock. But I don't think that's even going to be a huge issue.
Victory formation, it looks like here.
Yep. And now you just don't want kids to get injured. You want kids to be smart in this situation. Both teams look classy. They're handled that well. The Chargers, you know, could have really bull rushed the center, and yeah, just maybe not the appropriate thing to do in this situation at this point. This is a hard-fought ball game.
Trying to pull up Sioux Falls Christian's schedule, see who they play next week, unless you know.
Believe they're at West Central.
Okay. So Sioux Falls Christian next game will be at West Central. It looks like September 2nd. So another tough opponent coming up here, Jake.
Yeah. The Chargers' schedule starts out tough this year. You got the first 4 games that are really difficult. I just really want to give Canton a lot of respect. They just continue to be a solid football program. They play tough. They battle. Their kids are just very classy. So congratulations to Coach Lundstrom. Coach Smith, tough night, but we saw a lot of great things. We saw them move the ball. We saw them just buy into a system and do it well. And Coach Smith called a great game tonight. And just really proud of his kids' effort.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. The final score was Canton 27, Sioux Falls Christian 20. Sioux Falls Christian will be playing at West Central in Hartford next week, and Canton will host Beersford, it looks like. So, yeah, it's fun to be back in here again in the booth and watching high school football again. Jake, you got any parting thoughts or words for everybody?
You know, it was just a pleasure joining you. I appreciate all your wisdom, just growing from you. So thank you for all you put forth tonight. And Ivan, just want to give you a lot of credit. The filming was, top notch. So thank you.
All right, so we're going to sign off now. Thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll cheer in the Chargers next week.
And Cindy Yoder, thank you as well.
Great camera work.